Here we are. No, that is not Julie next to me. That is actually Rafa.
Not
Julie's
as good looking.
No, that's why they thought right away. Julie, I don't even, where is she? She's somewhere in a bayou? She's somewhere in the panhandles, or she's
Out
somewhere, right?
in Florida land, out at the beaches with her
Somewhere.
family and all her nephews and nieces, and just having the time of her life, I believe.
She's doing exactly why people do this business, right? I mean, I was literally talking to her, and she's like, yesterday, I was like, where are you? And she told me, I can't believe her. I think she's in the Gulf Shores somewhere. She's like, yeah, I got this huge house right in the water, and she brought her whole family there, and it's just so cool. So cool. And so tonight, we definitely did not want to skip a beat. We got a great fill-in Rafa, actually, unbeknownst to so many of you guys. Rafa's always there. He's just behind the scenes. I don't think he's missed too many of these. He's just the guy clicking all the buttons, and guess what? Tonight he's still clicking all the buttons.
Yeah, I am. And so, listen, to honor Julie, I see that we have a lot of people on tonight, and I want you to everyone to type in and say hello and where you're at. I see some of our current partners are with us, and it's so welcome you guys. It's wonderful to have you, as well as a lot of new names and faces. Well, at least new names anyways. And we'd love to hear where you're at. Yeah, no faces. Same old faces. My mom says that I have a face for radio, and it really sucks in the webinar age because I can't hide behind the microphone.
No, listen, it's all good. I'm excited. I'm excited about the topic we are going to we're going to be covering today. And it's so funny. I was just, bragging on you a little bit, like you're the guy clicking all the buttons. And believe it or not, I know we've been doing these for a year plus. Literally 2 weeks ago was the first time I figured out how I could see who the attendees are. And it was by accident. I was like, one day I was clicking around while Julie was talking, and I'm clicking the button. I'm like, wow, here's the people.
Yeah, there they are. And on that note, let me say hi to some of the folks that are saying hi, Peter. We have Jamari saying hello, and Corey, and Aaron in Tampa, and Barry Hart in Arizona, and someone in Palm Coast, Danval in Brooklyn, and Marty in Alabama, Steve Weiss in Fresno, Adrian. Wow, we have a lot of folks. Steve in New York, Don in Chicago, Brad in Marietta, Ralph in Louisiana, Robert in Alpharetta, Robbie in Atlanta, Dale in New Orleans, Jeff in Florida, Adrian in Ventura, California, Nicole in Atlanta. Guys, thank you so much for typing in and saying hello. Like Peter says, we have some really awesome information that we're going to be sharing with them today. Isn't that right, Peter?
Yeah. This is going to be a good, fun-filled, very exciting. This is one of those webinars that we do on Tuesday night that people reference. And I could tell you the last time we did this topic, we got flooded, not only with attendees, but with questions afterwards and partners jumping up and down. And some other things we're going to talk about today, some really cool promos that we're doing. We're going to be giving you some information on our live event, and it's amazing how this thing is just exploding right in front of our eyes. As a matter of fact, Rafa told me, man, I'm going to have to shut it down. And I already know what's going to happen when he sends me that text. It's going to be one big no right from my end. We ain't shutting nothing down. We're packing it in. We don't shut things down. So we got a lot of really cool stuff to go over with you guys and discuss. Hope for you guys is an amazing weather. Here in Atlanta, it is hot. It is humid. It is hot. But that's cool. That's okay because we're not corporate guys and we don't have to wear suits every day. Matter of fact, Rafa's doing this right for – is that your home?
Yep.
I can't even recognize that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's your living room, right? Okay. Yep. It's all cool to do it like that, and we don't have to show up at the offices if we don't want to and wear heavy suits and anything like that. I don't know where I'm going with that. That's just kind of saying I was just kind of talking about some of the cool benefits of being in this business and being successful. And some of you guys, and we're going to talk about it in a minute, some of y'all are going to experience this weather with us here in the next couple of weeks. Because some of y'all are going to be joining us here in Atlanta, and we'll give you some details about that. And we got a huge major announcement that we're going to make tonight. about our live event. All I'm going to tell you is make sure you stay tuned today. Listen to everything, because there's an opportunity for you to really, really benefit, even beyond all the cool benefits. We're doing something really special. In fact, Rafa was texting me today. He's like, "Did you see this design? Did you see this design?" I'm like, I have like zero appreciation for designs. He goes, "Isn't that cool?" So we got some really cool announcements as it relates to that here coming up. Just overall, really, really good stuff. And I could, as Rafa was saying, we could see some familiar faces. We see a bunch of new faces, or I guess it's not faces, it's names, people that are joining us, and that's cool. All that means is the word is getting out about what it is we do, the movement we're a part of, the way we do business, which is really unheard of in the real estate business. It's and we're going to tell you guys about that in just a minute. But it's so interesting. But in 20 years that I've done this business, and Rafa's been around it for many years, even not just from an investor's perspective, but from a money perspective, just what we do, there's no one else that does it. You know, people do one-off partnerships here and there, but to do it in a massive scale that way we do it and incorporating so many other things, I mean, we feel like, well, we know that we are literally charting the course for how this business really needs to be done. And we're so glad that so many of y'all are part of our journey. We're so glad that so many of y'all are part of what it is that we're doing and are part of what we do in our organization. You know, we're proud of what we do. You know, there's organizations out there that, you know, they do what they do and they might do it pretty good, but I could tell you behind the scenes, they're not very proud of it. We're not one of those. We shine, we talk about it as much as we can. We throw our names out there. God knows I got my name, cell, face all over the internet at this point. So we shy away from no one or nothing. We are exactly what we say we are. We are partner driven, and we're growing. And that kind of brings us to the point of why, before we get into the topic tonight, we got a great topic tonight, but why we do what it is we do. You know, I always like to kind of remind people why are we here every Tuesday? And there's really two types of people that listen into us on Tuesdays. Some of y'all already are partners, and we're flat out excited that you guys are here. Now, if you're a partner of ours, you connect with us sometimes on a daily basis. You know, we talk to our partners twice a day. You know, we generate leads for our partners. You know, we provide the money for our partners. So there's tremendous interaction between our partners and us, and we'll get into that in a minute. But some of y'all just like, they want more. Like we want to get a little bit more. And some of you guys, so that's part of the reason why we do these Tuesday nights. Is some of y'all are our partners. This is another way for us to interact with you, to teach you, to educate you, to mentor you, to just really give you more belief, to get you more encouraged, and to just feed you more information. And for those of you all that are our partners, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're hanging on. I could tell you 20 years ago, I was hanging on by the strings many times. I mean, 20 years ago, you know, I quit this business 100 times the first year I got in. And every time I got back in, it was just another string, something else that just kind of kept me in. And for those of you that are partners, we know that some of y'all need that, just another thing to tug on, give you belief, and we're super fired up that you're here. Now, the other reason that some of y'all are here are you're not quite our partners yet, but you know what we do. You know we are a partner-driven investment company. And you're kind of checking us out, and we feel okay about that. We feel great about that. You know, you want to get comfortable. Do these guys know what they're doing? Are they actually doing, have they ever done a deal? I mean, believe it or not, it's silly to ask that question, but guess what? We know as well as you do, there's tons of people out there that teach this business. Then when you go kind of behind the scenes, you're like, dude, have you ever closed a deal? And they haven't. So some of y'all need to get comfortable that way. We know what we're doing. B, we continuously know what we're doing, meaning we didn't just do deals 100 years ago and now we just kind of reinvent ourselves and now let's go with some theories. No, we are currently, as we speak, doing deals and closing on deals and buying deals and selling deals and fixing deals and all this. And some of y'all just need to, you know, part of that group is you just want to feel like, can I get along with these guys? And I mean, is this somebody I want to partner with? Is this somebody I feel comfortable with? Is this somebody I want to do business with? Because look, we all know you could be the sharpest dude in the world, but if it's nobody you want to do business, no one that you could relate to, then it's probably not going to work. So we want to shine our personalities on Tuesday nights, kind of show you what we're all about, you know, and what we do and what our capabilities are and what our strength. Again, because Rafa is on the call tonight, I definitely want to get him more and more involved because this is pretty unique. You know, real estate is no longer just real estate. You know, 20, 30 years ago, it was kind of like see deal, do deal. See deal, find deal, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Today, real estate is a technology-filled business. Today, real estate, it's information-filled. It's like speed of things. How quickly can you get things? And so we want you to feel comfortable that we're right with the track. I mean, Rafa is, you know, a partner of Rafa. We feel that is how important technology, information, web creation, you know, lead generation. We feel that is so important that literally myself, Julie, and Rafa are one partners, and a third of our partner, that's all he's involved is. I hate to say it, Rafa probably doesn't even know a ton about real estate. But guess what? He's a whiz on technology. And so that's kind of the uniqueness of why we wanted to, you know, showcase Rafa today. Guys, we hit this thing from every angle. We hit real estate from technology side, marketing side, information side, infrastructure side, strategy side. I mean, you name it. I mean, literally, I was just texting back and forth as I was driving here. I was texting back and forth with one of our partners about land contracts. And some of you are like, what? Land? Yeah, I mean, we do one-off kind of deals, you know, the kind of strategies that aren't necessarily maybe the most kind of common strategies, but we do them. Bottom line is 20 years in the business, thousands of deals behind us. We feel very confidently we know what we're doing. And that is what tonight is all about. It is a partner-driven model. And so what a partner-driven model is very simple. We as investors, we have an investment company. You know, I guess you could say I head it up as the lead investor in the company. I guess I'm the only investor in here. I guess that makes me the lead, right? But I have been investing for 20 some years. I've got thousands of deals behind me. I'd feel confident saying I've done all kinds of deals, all kinds of techniques, all kinds of strategies, houses. I've done land. I've done apartment buildings. I've done mobile homes. I've done commercial deals. You name it, I've done it. I've also done all kinds of techniques. You know, I've done subject twos, lease options, you know, land contracts, as we were discussing today, retail side, wholesale side, even the realtor side. And so in our partner-driven model, it's very simple. We want to do deals. We want to do more deals. And how our partner-driven model works is very simple. We simply partner with individuals across the United States, and we do deals with them. That's it. That's our partner-driven model. Now, a lot of times people look at this model and they say, well, Pete, if you got all this and you're so you know, experienced, why do you need a local partner? That's the thing, guys. Ultimately, real estate is still a local business. And so you're right. We feel very strongly that in our partner-driven model, we do well beyond 50% of the work. For instance, as our partner, you know, you get coached and mentored by us. Literally on a daily basis, guys like Rafa, myself, Julie, Laura, Mary, Juhi, Christine. I mean, we tap into our partner infrastructure. So every day we coach and mentor our people, our partners. We generate leads for them. Rafa, I don't even know if you know the number of this, how many leads we've generated. I don't know if you're on that side, but I know we've generated hundreds and hundreds of thousands of leads for our partners. And guess what? We pick up the expense of that because we feel it is very important to generate the right kind of leads. Next, I provide 100% of the capital to do the deals. We provide 100% of the capital to fix it. And then when we sell it, we just split the profits down the middle with our local partners. And if this sounds like something that you're like, wow, that's like a cool thing that I'd love to be a part of. Guess what? If you're a partner of ours, you have literally no risk and all the upside. And when you're making 50% of the deal and you don't have a penny into it, or you risk your credit, that's called an infinite return. We love it. That's exactly what we do. We provide our partners that once we end up doing deals with infinite return. And an interesting question I want to bring up. This hasn't been asked me a lot, but literally today, 4 people asked this question. So I'm going to I feel like somebody was putting this on my mind to bring it up today. So a question that was asked to me today, Can partners do their own deals? And the answer is yes. We have a number of partners using exactly what I just told you, our infrastructure, our resources, our leads. And guess what? They do their own deals. Are we upset about that? Absolutely not. Our goal is to enable. We feel like real estate is a business of abundance. It's not a business of like limited, of just, wow, everybody. No. If you're a partner of ours and you feel confident that, hey, you can close in the deal, you could fund the deal yourself or whatever you end up doing, maybe wholesaling it, great. Super duper. You're still part of our infrastructure. We feel confident that for every maybe 4 or 5 deals you do yourself, you'll want to do one with us, and that's an extra deal we wouldn't have done. So if you're a partner, you want to do your own deals using our infrastructure, we have absolutely no issue with that. We encourage you. We still walk you through, and we still help you. So anyway, for those of you that want to learn more about our partner-driven investment model, just sometime today after this webinar, simply, or today, right now, if you're like, I need to get in this thing, just go to www.partnerdriven.com. That's www.partnerdriven.com, and you will get more information how you could be one of our partners. Mm-hmm. Now let's get into the topic at hand. And guys, remember, we got multiple topics today. You need to stay tuned. And we got some amazing things that we're going to be introducing, a great promotion we're doing for people that are coming to see us here in a couple of weeks. But guys, what we want to talk about today, and this is I want to tell you this story since Rafa's on. The last time we covered this topic was, I don't know, a month or two ago. And Rafa literally that night called me. He's like, dude, unbelievable. We had like the most people, and we already have tons and tons of participants on these Tuesday webinars. But he calls me that night. He's like, dude, you're not going to believe it. We had like a 40% bump. Now understand, a 40% bump over a week is huge in this business. You know, if you have like 3 people listening in and a 40% bump, that's like 1 extra person. You know, it could, but when you have the volume that we have of participants and all of a sudden a topic comes up and it's a 40% bump, that's like unheard of in the webinar world. And so Rafa calls me that same night that we did this topic, technology, and he's like, dude, we're doing it next week. I'm like, oh, no, we're not. We can't do it next week. We don't want to like flood our people. So the next week, Rafa's like, we're picking up topic. Hey, you want to do technology again? I'm like, Rafa, dude, we did it a week ago. And so really, this has gone on for like, I think about 5 or 7 weeks, however long it's been since we had Ben on here. And finally, he's like, dude, we got to do technology again. And you know what? The bottom line, he's right. I mean, you cannot have too much information about the right thing at the right time at the right place. And we're going to talk to you guys about technology tonight, guys. And some of you guys might be like me. Anybody will tell you who knows me, I'm not a technology guy. You know, I get confused about simple things like emails. I mean, I know we're changing our email something, and I'm like, Rafa knows I'm like the last person, you know, we're going to change the whole company first before he even approaches me on it. Cause I'm like, what? Forwarding emails? What the heck is that? I am not a technology person, but I could tell you real estate more and more on a daily basis, guys, is becoming a technology type of an industry. And you could see it, you know, forget kind of the microcosm of what we do in a partner driven. Let's look at some big examples. I mean, think about this. Who rules the world right now? It's Zillow. I mean, Zillow absolutely dominates the real estate, the retail side, right? I mean, 20 years ago, I didn't even know what Zillow was. 10 years ago, I kind of heard of it as a website. Now they literally dominate. I mean, Zillow single-handedly is a technology company with the information, that's what technology is. What they're doing, they're single-handedly flipping the realtor world upside down. I mean, there is literally that I'm aware of, and I know people that are part of it, high-level conferences going on in the retail world right now, the real estate world, about what's going to happen to real estate agents because of technology that's out there, okay? And so here's the question that you got to ask yourself. You may be like me. You may not be a technology geek. You may not understand it to the level Rafa does. You don't need to, because what we're about to talk to you guys about today, I mean, if you got one of these, like this is a phone, if you got one of these and you could kind of sort of push some buttons, you got it. So you don't need to do it. You don't need to be a technology person. But beyond that, guys, in all seriousness, you have to embrace this. You have to embrace technology today. Because really what technology in today's world is going to give us as investors, it gives us a leg up. It gives us an advantage. You know, when you're in a, see, this is how you have to look at technology. If you're in a business and you're, let's say, the only person doing it, right? Whatever that business is, let's say you're literally the only dry cleaner in a small town, right? Well, I mean, you can kind of sort of maybe squirt the issue a little bit, maybe not be the best because it's a town of 2,000 people. You're the only dry cleaner. You're the only dry cleaner, right? And there are industries and there are products that literally dominate. They're just the only thing going. And so people just don't have a choice. They're going to have to go to you. I'm going to tell you right now, real estate is 100% opposite of that. I mean, think about this personally. I bet every single person listening to us tonight, whether in a live environment or in a recorded environment, in the next couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, we all know, aside from us, other people in real estate, right? Like, I don't know any other dry cleaners. I don't know any other, McDonald's owners. I don't know, I don't know professional football players. You know what I mean? But the one thing I could guarantee you, every single one of us knows, aside from us, other people that are in the real estate business. So it is very safe to say that real estate is a highly competitive business. It is extremely competitive. It's also extremely competitive, not only from a standpoint that everybody wants to do it. It's competitive from a standpoint that anybody can do it. I mean, there's no barriers to entry. Now, it's got tons of corpses that it leaves behind if you don't know what you're doing. It leaves tremendous scars in people's lives. But the bottom line is on the front end, anybody can get into it. And so when you're in the business that have so much competition, the only way, well, there's a couple ways to handle competition. But I could tell you the ultimate way to handle competition is you got to have some kind of an advantage. I mean, think about this. And I'm not really necessarily a professional sports fan. I don't necessarily professionally follow all these professional teams. But every day I work out at a gym. And every day in this gym, as you look up on the screens, guess what's playing up there? ESPN 1, ESPN 2, ESPN 3. And we are right now in the middle of, I guess, the basketball season at the point where all the trades are made. Okay. And every morning they got this team got this. Guess what, guys? It's all about, why is it so important to them? It's all about getting a competitive advantage. That's it. Think about this. As an investor, you can constantly perfect your skills. I'm a big believer in it. We believe in it consistently. That's why we coach and mentor. I believe in it because that's why I have personal coaches and mentors. But guess what? What's the ultimate way to get one up on your competition? You develop something that your competition doesn't have. That's how you one up something. You grab something that all of a sudden gives you a competitive advantage. And competitive advantage could be different things. It could be ease of use. It could be technology that somebody doesn't have. It could be speed at which you can get information. All of that is important. So today, because we're in such a great environment to be in the real estate, I mean, this is a great time to be in it. But the catch-22 of it, that means everybody's in it, okay? And so technology is an absolute must-have. See, I could tell you, and I'm going to turn it over to Rafa here in a minute, but when I started this business, when I was doing what our technology is about ready to do, it would literally, this is no joke here, it would literally take me hours to do what the technology that we're introducing to our partners is going to be able to do for our partners in a couple just short weeks. See, when I got started, everything I needed, I had to get somewhere. Like, for instance, let's say I had to find out, like I wanted to contact the owner of that house right there. I had to find that information back then, right? So how do I find it? Well, I may go to the courthouse, which is how back then almost all of us as investors found information. So guess what? That means I get in my car, I drive, I wait in line, I talk to a $10 employee that can give a crap about me. You know, she inevitably sends me to the wrong records department. And here I am 2 hours into it. I pull 3 pieces of record out. And back then, that's just the way I did it, right? If I needed to contact that individual, well, I had to look up that individual's information somewhere else. I had to like set up a postcard somewhere. Maybe you had to write that postcard out back then. That's what so many of us did. You know, like a stamp, put a stamp on it. If I wanted to do direct mail, God forbid, if I wanted to if I couldn't find that information, to really dig deep down back then to find information, we literally had to hire private PIs. You know, now there's a buzzword for it called skip tracing, and Rafa's going to talk to you a little bit about how our technology is going to be able to do that. Back then, literally, I would save 50 or 100 pieces of information that I could not locate, and we'd literally hire local PIs, and they had access to information back then that our technology is going to have. I mean, it's silly now how I look at it and I say, gosh, if I had the technology 10, 15, 20 years ago that we're about ready to introduce to our partners, here's what I would do. I would be where I am now. I would have gotten here quicker. I would have gotten here with a lot less stress, a lot less headache, losing a lot more money, you know, and just on and on and on. So guys, technology is an absolute positive must-have. And behind the scenes, it's no longer behind the scenes, because I know we've already done one webinar on this, and we've been kind of showcasing it, but we're about ready to blow this thing out in our next live event. But we're about ready to introduce technology here to you guys that is not only technology that some of you guys will say, oh, this is cool. This is just like my buddy uses. We're about ready to introduce technology to you guys here in the next couple of weeks that you are the only one as our partner that's going to have access to. In totality, you could literally say that you will literally have an upper hand, not only on him, not only on her, but on everyone in your marketplace, guys. And let me tell you something. Here's what happens when you have that advantage. You do more deals. I mean, this is really what it comes down to. You do more deals. And when you do more deals, you make more money. And when you make more money, you're a step closer to your goal. So this is absolutely revolutionary in terms of speed, in terms of use, in terms of who our guys, I'm going to tell you, our partner, Ben Howerton, I know Ben for about 10, 15 years now. And Ben and I have really become friends. And I could tell you guys, the one person that I kind of value so much in my life is my dad. And my dad rarely gives compliments to anybody. And Rafa usually raises his hand when I say this here. But literally, when my dad met Ben about 8, 9 years ago, he looked at me and said, Pete, that's the smartest guy I've ever met that you've ever introduced me to. I mean, literally said that about Ben. And my dad is a world-renowned scientist. Ben is literally a rocket scientist. And so we partnered with Ben, you know, a little while ago behind the scenes. And we just said, Ben, listen, we know what the investor world wants. You have the know-how to do it. So the combination of the two, and guys, we're going to be releasing what is no doubt will be the most premier technology-based tool that exists in the real estate business. So anyway, that was my short 2-minute introduction, Rafa. So I want to turn it over to you because you're the closest thing, obviously, to really being able to explain what it is we're about ready to introduce to our partners, how it's going to help them, what it's all about. Take it away.
Absolutely. So thank you, Peter, for that great intro, right, on the importance of technology and how much it not only continues to change, but it influences not just any business, but particularly real estate, right? We're seeing that happening every day. But before I show you what I have to show you today, right, I want to make sure that you guys that are on this phone call, click on the partnerdrivenlive.com link to come register for the live event and come August 10th and 11th. Because what I'm about to show you, we're going to give to those people that are partners that are here at that event. And they're going to be the first ones to have access to this revolutionary technology. So we've been giving little sneak peeks up to now, and we're going to do the big launch at this live event. Yeah, Ralph says, cool. Absolutely. Please come. And I have a little promotion at the end of this that I'm going to share with you guys. But let's talk about the actual technology and what it is, right? Because Peter did a great job talking about the importance of technology and leaving it hidden for you so that I could present it. Thank you, Peter. So here's the story, right? This is how this all happened, right? Peter and I were sitting in our offices one day, right? And I look at Peter and I go, Peter, man, wouldn't it be cool if, you know, because I had been out driving for dollars with some of our partners and stuff, and, you know, writing things down and putting things on a sheet to transfer it to our team and stuff. And I was like, Peter, wouldn't it be awesome that if our partners were out on the road, are out on the street like we want them to, looking for deals, and if they drive up to one, to be able to just grab the phone, click the button, and capture that information? And we're looking at each other. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, that would be absolutely cool. And I was like, well, and if we could do that, maybe we could use the GPS situation to help us actually capture the address so that we can do our mail marketing too, right? It's like, yeah, that would be awesome. And I'm like, wow, what if we took it another step? And it's like, wow, we could connect it to our back end office and the whole partner funding that has made Partner Driven what it is today, right? Wow, that would be absolutely amazing, right? And we're like, okay, we started writing it out on the board. And I'm like, Peter, I don't know how to make something like this. Someone must have figured this out already. And Peter, I don't know if you remember this. This was about 1.5 years ago, guys, that this first conversation happened, right? The result of that conversation was that we picked up the phone and started researching what was out there, what was working, what was not working. And we came across this awesome technology called Deal Machine, right? And we actually picked up the phone and flew David Lefko out to David to come hang out with us. Share the technology with us, go through it. And at that moment, we thought we had found the Holy Grail, right? Because it kind of conceptually did what we were wanting it to do. But as we started playing with it and using it in our system, in our community, we noticed that it had several holes in the software and in the process that kind of took us, you know, even though we made some really good friends and actually, I mean, I'm a big fan of what they do and who they are, but it didn't work out for us, right? And there was a handful of things that were missing for us. Number one, the data that we were gathering from Deal Machine was not the best. Now, the truth is that in any type of data gathering situation, there isn't such thing as 100% perfect, right? It's all a numbers game, and you want your data to be as good as possible, right? But like Peter has mentioned, we've been doing this for the last 20 years. They know how to look at data, test lists, go at it and be like, oh, this is not at the level of quality that we're already using and that we're already giving to our partners through, you know, our partner process and the ways that we gather information. So we had to so that was one reason. The software itself was a little glitchy when it came to standing in front of the property and putting it in, right? It had some really cool functions that we loved. The ability to go ahead and send it a marketing campaign, which was awesome, right? But it was missing what we thought was really the most important part. And any of you guys that are out there right now know this to be true, right? And it's the process, the steps that we have to take that property, that contact, that deal to monetize, right? An actual CRM, right? That had the steps from finding the deal to contacting the deal to offering a contract to closing on that deal, right? In a very simplified, we know that there's more than 4 steps, but from a management perspective, you know, we didn't see, it was missing that aspect to manage the opportunities. So imagine if you had a team out there and they were putting in 30, 50 properties a day, 100 properties a day, as some folks that are super motivated are, it really kind of just created a mess in the system. So now I have hundreds and hundreds of properties. What is good, what is not good. It did have an approval flow, which is great, right? But it didn't have this deal management aspect. And for anyone that's on the phone call that's ever worked with CRMs or worked in sales and marketing, you know how important the funnel is, the funnel steps to your sales, the sales steps. Because if you know that if you take from step 1 to step 2, and from 2 to 3 and so forth, right, that you're going to get to a sale, you're going to get to a close, right? And so we saw that was missing. And then we're like, wow, well, if we added a CRM to this would be a lot better. But what if we were also able to assign tasks to each step and things to do? Tasks like follow-up phone calls, tasks for our team, right? Associated and be able to put some templates in there, but the ability for them to be able to create their own, right? It's so that as things move from one step to another, you had kind of like the automatic tasks that you needed to do. Like, for example, for everyone that's in our partner community, right? If you get an appointment, task number 1 is to reach out to Laura to get comps and get a contract, right? And so imagine being able to put it all in one place. So not only the individual, like you, Peter, or like myself, as individuals be able to do it, but really so that our partners had the power to leverage and grow their teams on the front end. Because with Partner Driven, you guys, when you guys become partners with us, you're growing your team on the back end exponentially. You're bringing all us as coaches and mentors, as well as our back office that is helping out with the lead generation, with the contracts that you need, and not to mention the funding, right? So in a way, you kind of have a business or a back-end business in a bottle with Partner Driven, right? And at the moment that you guys join, boom, that key is unlocked and you have access to all of that. But that's just one aspect of growth for a business. The other side, right? And this is what Peter and I really most realized our partners needed, just like we are reaching out to you guys to create boots on the ground because real estate is such a local business, right? We wanted to make sure that our partners had that same ability to be able to grow their teams and grow their abilities to find and set appointments, because we got them on the back end. We got the back end office. We have the contracts. We have the inspections. We have the funding. And we take care of that for our clients, not just monetarily, but also help them walk through those steps for our partners, right? But what the partners were missing was an army of people to feed them leads, to feed them deals, right? So at this moment, I think we had tested a deal machine. We had moved away from the whole idea, 4 or 5 months path. And Peter, you're like, listen, I got to introduce you to this rocket scientist that I know that can make this happen. And guys, I've been in online marketing and technology for the last 18 years. And when Peter told me that this was going to happen and we were going to do it in the next 4 months, inside my head, I was like, no, we're not. Things like that don't just happen like that. We can have really great ideas, but the execution and the development of a tool, the user interface, the technology, guys, the data, right, that is necessary to be able to do this, it is not easy. And it was about 4 months ago that Peter introduced Ben to the rest of us and the rest of the team. And he showed us his plan. He showed us what he'd already had built to get us going. And we were all believers. We were like, yep, let's do this. Let's partner. Let's sign up. Let's do this. And this is where Deal Driven was born, right? So today I've kind of mentioned some of the aspects that we're adding to Deal Driven at this first version, at the launch that we're doing at our live event, right? Because to me, these are the most important aspects from a functional perspective. And so we're going to be showing a lot of that information at the live event, right? But tonight, I want to show you a little bit what it's actually the most important part, right? And that's it's thanks to someone like Ben that I've learned this and realized this. And it's the data, right? As we mentioned, one of the first things that we kind of started making a left turn on was that we weren't jostling with the data that we were getting from the Deal Machine app. Even though how awesome the app is, we were like, it's not as good as what we have already. We can't do it. If it's not better, it's gone, right? And so we started working with Ben and Peter. I don't know if you know this, right? But as of 4 weeks ago, guys, or 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we got a database of 1 billion records. Yeah, I know. Choke on 1 billion. I'm telling you, 1 billion records of homeowners and information in the United States. Absolutely fascinating. When he opened that door and I was like, wow, we can have that data. I mean, I won't tell you how much it costs I can tell you that it's not cheap, and there are real security reasons and things you have to qualify to have access to this data. But thanks to what we do and who we are, we were able to get access to this data, and we promise to be a good host, or a good curator of this data for the community, right? So, it's only for our partners initially where this information is going to be. And it is light years beyond any of the information you can get on any of the other tools that are out there today, right? And I know that that's a big saying, but we've gone into with PropStream. We love those guys over there too. We've done a lot of business with them. Would recommend them at any time, just because they're an incredible team, the Deal Machine team, and a handful of other teams that in real estate, we go out and partner too, right? But we've been looking to do it better. And the data that we have now, with a database of 1 billion records, is being updated on a monthly basis, is light years above anything that we've had up to today. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, right? And to show you, I had Ben was going to be with us today, but he wasn't able to make it. He had some fancy dinner plans with someone more important than you and me, Peter, I guess. And but he did shoot a video for us that I'm going to talk through, right? Because what we wanted to show you guys is the ease and the level of data that we're getting automatically, right? Which is more than just kind of the traditional data you're getting in Deal Machines and stuff like that, but we're really looking into equity and mortgages and all of that kind of stuff. So with that said, guys, I'm going to hit share my screen here. Awesome. Okay, so we're inside here. The Deal Machine app is going to have both a on the phone app and on the computer app. That's going to allow us to work on both sides, because we know sometimes, for example, like here, you might have gone past a neighborhood that you really liked. And this happens to me all the time, Peter. I drive through Atlanta, in the East Cobb area, in the Roswell area. There are some delicious investing areas that I just don't have time to attack. Even though I saw it, I passed by it, I don't have it, right? So on the Deal Machine app, in this example, right, imagine I'm at home. I'll be able to type in the zip code or the area or the neighborhood or the street and go straight to that place, right? And be able to begin to click on the information on them and be able to pull not only the address, the owner information, how much equity it has in the house based off of mortgage information, as well as estimated value, and a ton of other information that is automatically 100% bam, at a push of a button, available for our people. Not only that, it has the ability to, as you're picking different properties, to add those properties into your funnel, into your specific list, right? Really allowing to not only to be able to do it while you're actually driving for dollars, but also afterwards. Like, hey, you went to a party today and you weren't thinking about it, but that neighborhood was really cool. I love the houses in that area. And I noticed there was a little bit of a hodgepodge. Well, you can just go to that neighborhood, go back to it, start clicking on it, look at the owner information and all of the 36 points of data, I think, Peter, that we have in this database, like automatically for everyone that logs in, right? And then the ability to then pull that information into a potential deal, right? Now, this is where the partner-driven or the deal-driven app is a little bit different than just the Deal Machine. For those of you guys that are partners with us, the partner-driven app is going to be automatically connected to our systems and our processes, right? So as you guys know, we generate leads for you guys. So Peter was asking, it's like, hey, do you know how many leads we've generated? I don't know the exact number, Peter, but I am certain it's close to 1 million in the last 12 months, 13 months, because we're pulling these lists and sharing it with our partners. And some of our partners consume bigger lists than others because they're awesome dialing for dollars and driving for dollars and setting up appointments. But we've generated that many leads for our community. And today we do it through a really cool system using Google Sheets. Imagine saying goodbye to the Google Sheets forever and right in the app to be able to receive your leads that you're getting from us, right? that you don't pay any extra for, right? And by the way, partners for Deal Driven app, we're giving it to you guys. We're giving you this incredible technology at the live event. So that's one big aspect that is connected to our lead flow generation as well. So even if you didn't do anything in the Deal Driven app, guess what? Leads are coming in, right? Because we've set up parameters for your area, your equity, and the ability for you to come to do that. So that's number one benefit of being connected to a human aspect. It's not just computers. There's a whole team that's helping you guys push all this, right? Number two is that as you generate contact information and you want to skip trace it. Peter brought up that term. I think it's hilarious that Peter used to have to hire private detectives. That is crazy. Dude, so in the age of technology, we don't have to do that anymore. Your kid can be a private detective by using one of these skip tracing methods, right? Which allow you to pull all sorts of cool contact information, phone numbers, past phone numbers, emails, past emails. Peter, in our database, we're also pulling Facebook Messenger contact, LinkedIn contact. I mean, we are going way beyond just the regular skip trace world, right? To get into, right, the actual social media records for these folks. Again, super, super powerful and a little bit of an extra step. But in other tools like Deal Machine or any other some tools are out there, if you're using a skip tracing service, you probably know that skip tracing, you know, it's going to be somewhere in the 40 plus cents range, 25, 20 cent range. You know, if you're a marketer and you're making money from these leads, it's not a lot of money, right? But if you're going through hundreds of leads to find those deals that you're going to set up your appointments, and you're in the beginning of this, it is, right? And actually, I think it stops a lot of investors from being successful because they don't have the running room to go to pay for this. Well, as partners, you don't pay for it ever. We do it. Our partner-driven team has a whole process and system that will auto-populate back into the Deal-Driven app, all of that contact information for you without you having to pay for it or do anything. It's incredibly powerful. And so what we decided to do, right, because we upgraded our room at the live event because we have all of these awesome partners that said they're coming from across the nation. And we're like, Peter, let's upgrade the room. Let's make sure that we can have everyone that wants to come work with us, that wants to come meet us face to face. They have the ability to come do that. So we upgraded the room, and now we're like, well, let's fill it, right? So we're opening it up to not only our partners, because usually we do this for our partners at free of charge. Number one, so that we can meet face to face. Number two, so we can help you live through the process. And guys, it's an honor to be partnered with you guys. So to have you guys come to Atlanta, we throw a party for y'all on Saturday night. We go through the whole partner-driven system. Is incredible, right? With that said, we've decided to open it up also to people that they're seriously thinking about being partners and are serious about real estate investing and are serious about transforming their lives through real estate investing, right? So tonight, if you go to partnerdrivenlive.com, you're going to be able to register free of charge to come to August 10th and 11th to our live event here in Atlanta. And you'll get all of the contact information and so forth of the hotel. We have special room rates available for you guys as well that are excellent room rates, well-priced room rates. I think it's $108 a night, which in Atlanta is an awesome deal, guys. But we thought, hey, you know, since we're doing all this crazy stuff, Peter, and we're working so hard on getting as many people as we can here to receive this incredible deal-driven tool, what if we made it a little sweeter, right? So we're making it a little sweeter for everyone tonight, guys. If you go to partnerdrivenlive.com, and I'm going to show you the page right now. This is just kind of the page that we have up at the moment, right? If you come and register at partnerdrivenlive.com, it's going to forward you to this form, right? We're not only going to give you free access admission to the event, right? We're going to be entering you to win the partner-driven Gold MacBook Air. Guys, this is crazy. This was a crazy idea that we had, and we were like, listen, we want to do something super special for our people. And I was like, we just happened to be upgrading some technology over here at the offices, and I was like, guys, dude, what if we grabbed a laptop and the best of the best, right? Let's get a MacBook Air, which is, guys, this is what I use, right? And let's preload it with all of our training. Every training that we've ever done, all of the training that's in our systems, as well as our contracts, as well as our scripts, just really to create a laptop that's well worth over $16,000 with the information that it has in it. And not only that, guys, the money that this information can make. And said, let's put it all together in a laptop and let's create the partner-driven MacBook Air and let's raffle it. And we're going to raffle it based off of you guys coming to the event. So if you register tonight, you do have to be there to win, guys. So if you're not there, sorry. This is a live event thing, and everyone gets one put into the pool one time, right? Peter, our partners, I'm doing this a little special thing for our partners because I love my partners, and I want to make sure that they have, just like in anything else, they have the advantage. Because in everything we do, we want our partners to have the advantage. So if our partners that show up are going to be entered 5 times into the pool, right? So you have to come. Yeah, you have to come. These are the chances that you can win this incredible laptop. Not only is it's just a transformational weekend, right? It's a life-altering weekend in every sense of the word. Not only are we going to be going through the partner-driven system, not only are we going to be releasing the deal-driven app, right? Not only are we offering it for free, but then on top of that, we're going to throw this partner-driven gold MacBook Air to see if we can sweeten the pot for you guys and get you guys to come to party with us here in Atlanta. That's the only purpose that we do this. And heck, if we're going to have a little fun with it, let's have a little fun with it. And Peter, that's it. That's the big call to action tonight. Make sure you get your partner proposals and register for the live event for a chance to win this incredible laptop.
Well, first of all, Rafa, awesome. Even when Rafa kind of dumbs things down, it still kind of goes over my head. But the cool thing is, let me tell you something. Here's the ultimate cool thing. When Ben's at our offices demoing this, I get it. And I'm not, I don't just poke fun of myself. I truly am not a technology guy. And the way that this thing has been designed and laid out and put together, you don't need to be technology savvy. But really, this goes down to the crux of what we're all about here. We do deals, guys. And this is like your ultimate kind of guarantee that doing what we do is the right thing, guys. Because we're not just one-dimensional. We don't just teach. We don't just maybe generate leads like some marketing companies. We actually do deals. We have to stay at the forefront of everything. We have to be absolutely the leaders. We have to be the pace setters, guys, because we do deals. And we cannot, listen, this is what it comes down to. We, and personally me, because it's my money, we can't afford to make a mistake. And this is why you could always be rest assured that at night, when guys like Rafa lose sleep, it's over me like, what the hell, dude? We need something else. What's the next thing? What's the next thing we could do? What's the next? And Rafa hears that from me all the time because I know that in order for me to fund the deals of our partners, we have to have an advantage. That's really what it comes down to. We have to get better deals than the competition. We have to be stronger as a unit. We have to be stronger as an investment company. And guys, this is why you could be rest assured that you and I need to be focused on doing what we do best. That's finding deals, and let guys like Ben and Rafa do what they do best, giving us all the tools and all the resources to be ahead of the curve so we can make the most money in every deal we do. And guys, and that is what our partner-driven investment model is all about. We do deals with individuals all over the United States. So really 2 calls to actions tonight. Number 1, if you're one of our partners or if you want to be one of our partners, guys, you need to be at our live event. If you're one of our partners, you got to be there. It's just no brainer. We're doing deals. We need to meet, right? I mean, it's like, why do you want to do deals with somebody you never met? If you want to do deals with us and if you want to be one of our partners and you're not quite yet, I promise you that weekend we'll push you over. So go to partnerdrivenlive.com, registered. We put together this unbelievable bonus. You guys saw that unbelievable design that Rafa and the team put together behind the scenes. But guys, this is literally all we got, all put into that laptop. I mean, this is literally, when athletes come off the field, like, I gave it all. Well, guys, that's what that laptop contains. We gave it all. Every single thing we've done in terms of our information, in terms of our learning, in terms of our marketing paraphernalia, everything is stored inside that laptop. And I promise you, the fact that you get in this thing for free, it's worth driving over here just to have the ability to win that, because it's got unbelievable information in it. So partnerdrivenlive.com, go register August 10th and 11th. It's going to be amazing. I actually had a peek at the hotel we're doing it, Ralph. I don't know if you saw, but like we're literally inside Hartsfield. I mean, it's like we can literally see airplanes taking off. So on top of that,
cool.
Yeah, on top of all that, it's going to be an amazing view. And number 2 call to action tonight is very simple. For those of you that are ready to go, you're set. I mean, like, I got to do deals. Then simply go to www.partnerdrivenlive.com. There you will learn more about our partnering program, where we coach you, we mentor you, we generate leads for you, provide you the technology that we showed you tonight, provide you the money, we sell the deals, split the profits. And if that sounds like something you want to be part of, then just go to partnerdrivenlive.com, put your information in there, we'll touch base with you, and literally within the next 24 to 72 hours, we could be generating leads for you right in your marketplace. Yes?
Yeah, just to clarify, it's partnerdriven.com for the partner proposal.
Oh, did I get it back?
Partnerdriven Live for the live event.
See, there you go. Technology, guys. Technology. Notice those little things.
And so, Peter, someone asked, I just wanted to clarify. I think it was Sharon. Sharon asked, she's like, man, this looks awesome. How much is this going to cost? How much is the tool going to cost, right? And so just to clarify, guys, this tool that we're spending a ton of money in developing and in data, right? Hundreds of thousands of dollars, we are giving away to our partners for free. Why? Because we want to do more deals. Just like what Peter said, we know that we can get you guys to do more deals if we can help you on the front end. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we've invested all this time and money. And so, yeah, I know the next question is going to be, will it be available for partners? Not right now. That's the simple answer. I can't say what the future holds forever, but our focus is 100% our partners first.
Yep.
Right? We want to give them the unfair advantage.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, guys, this is just a bottom line. Be at our event. Go register right now. Number 2, if you're ready to start doing deals as quickly as in the next day or so, go to partnerdriven.com. Guys, this has been another amazing Tuesday. I tell you what, every time I talk about this business, whether it's Rafa on the other side, one of our partners on the other side, Julie, I get so fired up about being in this thing. You know, like to me, it's like going to Disneyland over and over and over again. Guys, I could tell you we're at the right place at the right time. We got the right partners. We got the right partners here in what we do. We got the right team. We got the right infrastructure. We're excited. Another amazing Tuesday night. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Same time, same place. We'll see you then, guys. Bye.
Awesome, guys. Goodbye, everyone. See you guys at the live event.